What's going on, guys? Luis here with TechnoFan PT1. Today we're going to take a look at the new HTC One M9 with Verizon Wireless. Let's go ahead and start right now. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and take a first look at the phone and also provide you guys with some of the specs. So as far as the specs, we're looking at 157 grams, 5.54 ounces weight, Super LCD display, 5.0 inches. The screen size is actually the same than the HTC One M8. Screen resolution is also the same 1080p display with 441 ppi or pixel density. We're looking at a Corning Gorilla Glass 4. User interface is a HTC Sense 7.0. Operating system is an Android 5 Lollipop. Processor, it's a quad-core 1.5 GHz and a quad-core 2 GHz, which is an octa-core processor. 3 GB of RAM. We're looking at a microSD card expansion up to 128 GB. And also looking at a 20 megapixel rear camera now that can record video in 4K resolution, as well as front-facing camera 4 megapixels that can record video in 1080p. Battery life, it's 2840 milliamp. So let's go ahead and start looking at the interface here. As you guys can see, we're looking at the app drawer. You get the option to change the grid size as well as reorganize the app drawer by alphabetical order and a couple of other options. Looking at the quick settings right here, as you guys can see, if you swipe once, you get access to your notification, and if you swipe one more time, you're gonna get access to all the quick settings. And here's a look at the main settings of the phone. We see the home button, back button, and recent applications. You can just swipe each of them to close them or close all if you want. Now, one thing that they offer now with this phone, it's the new interface here that provides you or suggestions when it comes to applications on your home screen depending on your location. So for example, you can choose home, work, or out. And as you guys can see, depending on your location, the phone is going to suggest you different applications. You can also customize that based on the GPS. So when the phone detects that you are out, it's gonna give you different applications as a suggestion. Here's a look at the dialer interface. You can also get access to the keyboard. And we get different tabs on the top. You get access to history, favorites, contacts, groups. And you can also do some editing within each of the tabs. And here's how the interface looks like when you are making a call. You can also swipe the notification from the lock screen to close them. And let's test here the Google search. So as you guys can see, very responsive when asking questions. Google search provide answers right away, very accurate results. We can also search by activating the GPS and start navigation. And as you guys can see, it starts the navigation right away, display the maps pretty quick. When it comes to the quality on the maps, it looks super nice because of the 1080p display. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look here at the performance by doing this Antutu benchmark score. And here's the results. So as you guys can see, very respectable score, over 50,000 points. Now when it comes to performance games or high graphic games, the phone, it's absolutely amazing, no issue at all. There's no lag or anything like that when playing high graphic games. You know, with the octa-core processor, 3 GB of RAM, and the 1080p display, plus the boom sound speakers, you cannot do any worse. One of the things that they offer with the phone is also the option to choose different themes to customize the look of the phone. You don't have to download any third-party launchers or anything like that. This is also an option that the Samsung Galaxy S6 offers. As you guys can see, if you go down into the settings of the S6, click on themes, it offers also the option to download different themes that are built in the phone. So you can customize the look, the dialer, change the icons and all that. So let's go ahead and test here the 4G LTE connectivity from Verizon Wireless. And as you guys can see, we're able to get pretty much about 10 megabytes download. That's actually pretty decent. Another thing here, guys, it's the widget that provides the time as well as the weather widget or the weather application information. If you tap on the time, it's gonna give you access to the time information. If you tap on the weather, it's gonna give you all the information about the weather, the forecast, and all that. Alright guys, time to look at the camera. As you guys know, we have now a new 20 megapixel rear camera. So this is the interface of the camera. You can just open the camera by swiping from the lock screen. You can go ahead and swipe your finger across the screen and get access to the front facing or rear camera. You can also click on the option to get access to selfies. You can do panorama, and you can do a couple of other options. I believe there's an option called photo booth that gives you the option to take 4 different pictures, and then basically the camera is gonna stitch together all 4 pictures. So that's a really fun application. Another cool thing that you can do is also the split cameras, so you can actually record or take pictures at the same time with both the front facing as well as the rear camera. And of course, you know, you can also access different options to customize the settings manually. You can also say a couple of commands like cheese in order to take pictures with the front-facing camera or rear camera, as well as a control timer flash. You can also control the video resolution. You can do full HD, slow motion, fast motion. You can also control different settings for the pictures. As far as the interface, it looks very similar to the one on the HTC M8. Very easy to use, and it gives you a lot of customization and personalization for the settings. Here's a look at the gallery interface, and let's go ahead and take a look at some picture samples as well as video recording. There's also an option to edit pictures from the gallery. And as you guys can see, these are a couple of the sample pictures from the photo booth application. This is recording right here with the rear camera in 1080p resolution. And as you guys can see, this is a picture taken with the rear camera in the 20 megapixel resolution. The pictures are very clear with a lot of detail. Now when it comes to picture editing, if you tap on the screen, you're gonna get a couple of options. And as you guys can see, there are different options as far as doing filters, adding different shapes, adding frames. So when it comes to picture editing, I will say that the phone offers, really powerful options and applications when it comes to editing your pictures. Alright guys, and one of the things that makes the HTC One M9 very unique, it's the dual speakers that sounds really good. So let's go ahead and test here the audio quality from the speakers. Alright guys, I want to thank you for watching this video. Final conclusions on the HTC One M9. I think it's a huge improvement in terms of performance. You're gonna get way better performance with this phone. Big improvement with the rear camera, now 20 megapixel rear camera. I like a lot of the things that they added for the software, but one of the things that I like the most is the power button now on the side of the phone. It's gonna make it easier to reach to the power button here rather than on the M8 that was on the top of the phone. I do find this phone to be a little bit thicker and heavier than the M8, but other than that, an amazing phone with a great look. So guys, thank you, and I will see you on the next video.